My name is Charlie Parsons. We are here on behalf of DAZN Boxing Down Under on the Gold Coast. Wednesday, the 8th of January, we have a trans-Tasman world title fight. Jai Opetaia versus David Nyika. The IBF and The Ring magazine titles on the line. Both men here. Welcome, firstly. Jai, to you. We spoke earlier, the homecoming. I know how much you've wanted this. An exciting moment for you?
Very exciting, man. Very exciting to be here. Headline with a good opponent. It's good.
David, in the Lion's Den.
Yeah, happy to be here. This is what my whole career's been amounting to. So yeah, excited.
I suppose just firstly to both of you, boxing growing massively in this part of the world. We've seen over the last couple of years fighters from this part of the world getting their opportunities overseas, but to be back doing it here in the Gold Coast sort of shows how far it's come in Australia and New Zealand, right?
For sure, man. It's the Aussies and the New Zealanders, they've been really showing what we're made of from these neck of the woods. They've been representing every time we're on those international levels. So, now it's our time to represent and fly our flags. We're representing a lot of people here. There's two countries, there's a few bloodlines, but this is what we do. This is huge for our neck of the woods. So, let's do it.
I was going to say, not quite home for you, but as close as you're going to get for the time being in terms of a massive opportunity like this. Trans-Tasman, like I say, the biggest fight of its kind. Special moment for you to be here.
Yeah, well, Australia's become a second home to me. Obviously, I've been living in rural Queensland for the last 2.5 years, so I've got a good following here, good support network. I've had my friends fly straight in from Bali to come watch this fight, so I feel very blessed with the opportunity to step in the ring with someone like Jai, someone that's been crushing all of his opponents, and yeah, I think he's a great champion. I think you've done everything that you could have to cement yourself in history already. So that's where I come in.
What does the ring belt mean to you, David?
I don't really look at titles. Like I know yourself, you look at titles. Titles are important to you. For me, my adversaries are what I look up to, and you're the best of the best. That's what we all have to aim for. We all have to aim for the best. Like everybody remembers the greats, and I wanna join that list.
Let's talk about the fight itself. You guys have shared rounds before, I believe. I know that you posted some of that on your social media before. Does your experience and reflection on sparring give you more confidence to believe you can beat Jai come Wednesday night?
Yeah, well, we've shared like very competitive rounds. I think sparring's very different, but come fight night, it's going to be whatever happens. But I truly believe that the fans are going to get a really good show.
Are you able to tell us what happened in those rounds before?
Well, we were like, I'd say you probably got the better of the first couple of spars, and kind of like caught me by surprise, caught me a little bit cold. Beyond that, I feel like the gap started getting smaller and smaller, and those last couple of spars we had, I took a lot of confidence away from that.
Your reflection on them, Jai?
Well, sparring, that's in the past. We don't need to talk about sparring. I'm ready for a fight on the 8th of January. Don't worry about the sparring. It's a completely different ballgame.
You've said you believe you can knock him out. Why is that?
If I didn't have that kind of attitude, I'd be in the wrong sport, wouldn't I? I feel like I've prepared diligently. I've done everything that I need to do. I feel like I know Jai well enough. He's had his eyes on everybody else, but heavy is the head that wears the crown, and I've had my eyes on Jai for a long time.
Jai, he's never gone past 5 rounds before. Obviously, this will be scheduled for 12, but a gunfight he's promising. Senses that it might not go 12. What do you think when you hear him say those words, that he's going in there to knock you out?
Hey, I know I can knock him out. I know that. I know I can hurt him. These little gloves is a very dangerous game. You want to have a gunfight, let's have a gunfight. But I know it's not going to be a gunfight. He's going to box. He doesn't want to get hit. It's going to be a chess match. So let's go there. Let's play it. 12 rounds of war. I'm ready for it. You know, I don't. You're saying you've been preparing for me and stuff like that. Oh, I'm prepared for anyone. I don't have my goals set on anyone. I just train. I focus on myself. That's it. You know, there's no one out there that I'm picturing or, I want to beat him. I want to beat him. I'm beating myself every day, hurting, pain, sacrifice every day, ready for it.
David, when he looks and speaks to you with those words, what goes through your mind?
It sounds like you haven't done your homework. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like perfect practice makes perfection. I've practiced. I've researched. I've gathered my intel. This is not the kind of sport where you can just go in with one game plan. Like I've got a game plan through A to Z. This is not. It's not tiddlywinks. It's not checkers. It is chess. And I guess the people are gonna have to see. I can't predict this fight. I can't predict this fight because I know how tough you are, how much you'll go through in order to get the win. I'm prepared to do the same.
You might not have done your homework, Jai.
Hey, I've done enough. I'm coming in with full confidence. We know what he brings to the table. We're coming in fully prepared, ready for anything he brings. I feel like I've got an answer to, so let's get it done.
You were in training for a fight on this card anyway. The opportunity come up to fight Jai. Why did you feel like this was the perfect opportunity for you? We've seen your amateur background. It speaks for itself. The people that you've sparred with. We know how talented you are, but it's a big step at this point in your career.
Yeah, no, from my memory, the day before Tyson Fury pulled out of his fight with a cut, you also pulled out of the fight. Now, whether or not you agree with that or admit it, I put my hand up to fight Bradis the next day. Fast forward a few months, there was another opportunity that came by where I put my hand up to fight for this title. This is third time lucky. This is like, I don't believe this is by chance. I believe it's by design. And I'm come to take your crown, dude. I'm sorry. I appreciate you as an athlete, as a champion. It's my job to come and knock you off your block.
We'll find out. Let's go there.
Is it ever personal for you, Jai, or strictly business?
And I always say, your opponent's never your enemy. I know David, he's a good dude, but now he's in the way. I've got so much stuff to take care of, so many people relying on me. He's in my way of doing that. So I've got to remove it.
He said he's put his name in the hat for previous opportunities. You obviously have to admire that at this point it's come. Do you think it's too soon for David?
Well, I'm not worried about any of that. I'm not worried about, I'm not looking back and saying this and he pulled out here. I'm worried about January 8th and that is it. All the roads have led us here. That is it. Doesn't matter about the past. Nothing, then it won't matter about the future unless the 8th is taken care of. That is all that matters.
Why do you beat him, Jai?
Just got to win, bro. I have to win.
But why?
Means too much. My life has been molded for these moments. He's talking about destiny and third time lucky, bro. This is my life. I know nothing else. Winning is my only option.
When you see him post the selfie with the posters on the wall with a date on there saying, I will knock Jai Opetaia out. I mean, his opportunity comes to do that. Does that make you feel any certain way?
But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Keep it on your wall for later.
You believe?
You're not the only guy on the wall, man. You're not the only guy on the wall. You're a big part of my story, though. You
believe that Wednesday night, this is your coming out party, the moment that you cement yourself to the world, to the global scene?
Absolutely. This is a huge opportunity, and to have it brought to our backyard is amazing. This is a dream come true, but a dream's only a dream until you actually pull the trigger. That's what I train to do. I train every day. I've put myself in the best position to seize these moments, and I've carved this path for myself. You come from a boxing lineage. I had no one. I've had no one. I'm a Olympic bronze medalist. That's not a big deal for me. I still lost. I had to lose to win that medal. So it makes no sense for me. this is my Roman Empire becoming the best of the best, and to prove that I'm the best is to beat the best. You are the best, dude. You are the best, and I take my hat off to you because I've never been so obsessed with achieving a goal, and you need people to look up to. You've been an inspiration for me. So this is it's a big deal, and like these betting odds are ridiculous, man. Like if people knew what I'd been through to get here, and the amount of sacrifice that I've gone through to get here, with no background in fighting. You know, like I said earlier, like I come from a musical background. I've got I've never been in a street fight, never been in a fight outside of the ring. This is all new to me. This scares me. I'm scared every day. Every day I step in the gym, every time I step in the ring, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. This is not easy for me, but I overcome it every day, every time. Like you might be molded to it, but I've crafted this myself, dude. I've come from nowhere, and I relish moments like these because I know they might not come by again.
You've seen his fights with the best. The two Maurice Breedis fights immediately come to mind. We've seen him starch opponents out. We've seen him outbox opponents and look magnificent over 12 rounds. People call him the most informed boxer in the world right now. Why are you so sure that this is your moment? Because it is a considerable jump up from that last fight.
Yeah. I believe you beat. I wouldn't say a washed up Maurice Breidis, but I don't think he was the same fighter that he was. I know the guys that you've fought since then, the likes of Jordan Thompson, Jack Massey. Both those guys went in with little to no game plan. That's poor practice, poor performance. These guys.
You don't think his resume is maybe as strong as people are making out?
I know. I think you get the jump on people, and that's credit to yourself. But these guys didn't have a plan B. They didn't. They went in with very little idea of what they were stepping in with. Me myself, I know what you can do. I know you can hurt me. This is not a game, man. This is not a game. And I'm gonna have to put my best foot forward to beat the likes of Jai, because at the moment he seems like this indestructible force, you know. But I'm gonna prove everybody wrong.
Not washed up, but not in his prime, Maurice Breidis.
I'm not thinking of old fights. I'm leveling up. I'm looking forward. That is it, you know. And you've got this thing in your head like I'm this indestructible dude. I know I'm not. That's what keeps me on my game all the time. I know I got to keep leveling up. I know I got to, you know, you've built this thing in your head about
me. Oh, me, dude. No, this is the
boxing
media. It's the boxing media.
That's not me. The only reason I seem like that is because I keep leveling up. I keep getting better, and I train hard. I tick every box. You know, we do everything right. We're professionals. That's why. You know, this wasn't just bestowed upon me. You know, you don't just, you know, I haven't enhanced these. This is crafted. I train. I sharpen every day. Chase pain. Like January 8th. That's all that matters. Not who I fought. Not the after it. That's it. Without winning that, it means nothing.
Jai, when he looks at you and sort of tells you that this is from your lineage, he's not taking anything away from your ability, of course, but like you just mentioned there, the media have certainly built you up to be this beast. He's saying that this isn't him. He's had to make this out of himself, and that's what gives him the edge. What do you think when you hear that?
Man, we don't listen to outside noise. The media says what they want to say. My team, we're realists too. You know, we know we only win because we train hard and we perform well. You know, we go in, we sharpen the tools, we build the machine. That's why we win these fights. That's why they say all these words. But without the hard work, it means nothing. So we tick every box. I'm not worried. I'm not even thinking the way he's thinking. You know what I mean? I just think about the fight. That is it. I don't even like doing these sitting here talking shit. I don't even like it, but I have to be here. So We got to talk this talk, but at the end of the day, it is not going to help anyone win on January 8th, but what we've done in the gym.
David, just lastly from you, looking at Jai, what happens Wednesday night when you get in the ring with him?
Wednesday night's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be tough for either one of us. It's going to be tough for both of us. This is going to be a career-defining moment for myself, and it'll be the start of a new chapter, start of a new story.
I've seen this before, bro. Everyone that fights me, man, they're confident, they're coming in, they think they got that game plan. Let's go there.
Guys, Wednesday the 8th, live on DAZN pay-per-view in Australia and New Zealand and available for DAZN subscribers in the rest of the world. You get to see this magnificent fight. When I say that, I mean it. One of the biggest fights we have seen down under in a long, long time. Jai Opetaia, the IBF and Ring magazine champion, against David Nyika, trans-Tasman. A great fight. All the minerals on the line. We'll see it Wednesday night.